Scammers online spreading their lies, pumping stocks with dollar signs in their eyes. But we see through the noise, cut through the mold, calling out fraudsters. Truth be told, hey, expose the lies, let the story unfold. Truth be told, yeah, shining the light on the tricks they sold. No hype, no spin, we bring the facts, let the truth roll in. Fraudsters beware, your game's getting old. We're taking it back when truth be told. Truth be told. Truth be told. And the truth shall set you free.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Truth Be Told. I hope you folks had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. What about you, Platinum?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
awesome.
Amazingly great.
Great. I'm in a little different outfit than I normally am. I'm cosplaying as a character from Vampire the Masquerade with 90s nostalgia attached. Also, I have a broken refrigerator, so that's what I spent most of today dealing with. So we're going to deal with things that are a lot more, well, I don't know if I'd say fun with this first, our headline story, but interesting is one way to put it. I know me and Amy have been following the James Fishback saga as he's gone from Pulte knob rider and sycophant to being exposed as I want to say kind of a grifter. How about 100% a grifter? And now is trying to run for Florida. Last we left off on his little saga, we had, found out that he had been, what had come out in Discovery is he had been kind of doing a lot of shady things. But the most recent one is apparently that his whole hedge fund may have been just a way for him to get into the administration, kind of like how Bill Pulte's whole meme stock thing may have been a free lunch, a free ride as it was to try and, build up a following so he could get into politics. Because as it's been pointed out here, he was sending out emails basically suggesting that his fund was for Republicans and conservatives and marketing it in that direction and marketing himself as, trying to get into the administration and being added to the Federal Reserve Board, which was never going to fucking happen if that wasn't clear enough. He even managed somehow to get an endorsement from someone on the State Board of Education in Florida. But one of the big things that came out recently is he may not actually be able to run in Florida because you have to be a resident of the state of Florida for 7 years. And he has been in DC this entire time. So fun times there. The most recent news, though, is we had been covering his lawsuits before everyone else had figured it out. And I believe, Platinum, you were here for those episodes when we were talking about those with Amy, the one where he was stealing stuff from his former employer, lying about his credentials, and owes them like $250,000 roughly.
I think so.
Yeah. So there were recently motions filed on the 25th. While we were all enjoying Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, James Fishback was having his luxury items that he had purchased and was trying to hide from Greenlight Capital. They had a motion to compel to seize his Tesla that they had been hiding from him. Apparently, to hide it from federal marshals, he had the Tesla parked at the COO of his hedge fund's house, and he also was hiding other bank accounts from them to purchase luxury watches, luxury clothing, and other things like that. So they are asking the court to be able to seize those items so they can sell them to get their money back. And oh, by the way, they're also planning on seizing Mr. Fishback's hedge fund, the Azura Capital, so that way they can sell off the assets from his business that he's been, writing to make it seem like he's some, macro guru, which I'm sure will not do very well for his whole grift of him being some, econ and financial guru. So there's all of that. Hey, how you doing, Manuel? And I guess we got some people over on the Twitter side as well.
Hello, everybody.
Yes.
I'm still trying to figure out my stupid mic over here. Still connected to my headphones, so sorry if the audio quality is terrible.
Yeah. Let me see here. So yeah, we went over him having his assets seized and everything. What was this one? Yeah, that was up to speed on that. So the next big thing is that while this was going on, one of the people who are starting to get the heads up, because there's a certain group of Republicans in Florida that are starting to catch up with his grift as it was. So one of them went to his events to confront him about his not paying back the money he's owed. So we'll take some clips from this because I don't want all of his responses, but this will at least give us a good what went down.
So I just had a very hilarious encounter with James Fishback, who came to Tampa for an event, and credit to him, he did take questions, which a lot of people won't, but he took a lot of questions. But I immediately went first because I had a lot of questions for him. No problem. Take your time. What's your name? My name's Werther. And I gave him a softball first. So I think we can all agree that this is the best state and the best country on earth, right? I like to call myself an American.
We're going to skip this because this was kind of fluffy. What we want to get to is right about here. There we go.
And stand up for our workers. So thank you for that.
Very charismatic guy. Answered the question pretty well. Not in a way that would satisfy me because I have really high standards for who I want to be governor of Florida. My follow-up question, though, he really didn't take well to it. So, can I ask a follow-up? Sure. So, some of you guys may know this, but Florida, we have paid down 50% of the debt that we've ever accumulated since the history of this state.
Because of Ron
DeSantis, which I think is a tremendous accomplishment. And it has allowed us to do, well, a lot of great things and not have to make difficult choices like the Democrat states are making now, where they're going to have to slash their budgets because they have deficits in the tens and tens of billions. So, I also think it's important for someone to lead the state of Florida, right, that they have a track record of fiscal responsibility, right? So you blocked me on Twitter, so I'm going to ask you this in person. Since apparently you ran from it online. So.
Well, you called my mom and harassed her, that's why.
Oh, well, I didn't call anybody. Is that a serious claim?
Yeah.
Is that a serious claim?
Yeah.
No, I did not. I've never once texted you. I've never once called you. I've never once called any of your people. So.
I want to make this clear that James blocks anyone who asks him questions about his escapades of, his lies about his background at Greenlight Capital, how he deceived his investors, why his fund was closed down, the amount of money he owes, all of this craziness. In fact, he has gone now that everyone he has ever blocked is clearly people who are trying to harass and dox him, which, for the record, that includes me and Amy. He's apparently the story he's going with right now is anyone who points out that he's a lying piece of shit, apparently are just a bunch of doxers on the internet out to get poor James fish sticks. So this is not just something that he's deploying against this guy. It's something that he apparently is blanketly accusing everyone of doing. Is apparently everyone's out there trying to dox him and his family, and it's kind of sad.
So that was an outright lie. I led off with that he blocked me on Twitter for commenting about this, so that I was going to ask it. There, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know because you called my mom and threatened her, or I don't know. Did he say threatened or yelled at her? I think he said yelled at her." And I thought he was joking. Literally when he said it, I thought that was a joke. That's why he blocked me. So I asked a clarification question. I was like, is that a serious claim? Are you claiming that I called your mom? And he said, yeah, Werther Dolphin, right? Which is funny because I introduced myself as Werther, and I think he made the connection to my profile because it has a dolphin on it, and he didn't know who the fuck I was, so his only mental connection was that I have a dolphin as my profile picture. So I said, that is a ridiculous. No, because I have a dolphin, but I proceeded with my question. And anyone that knows me, because I am the policy director for the state organization. Don't care, irrelevant. Whatever, maybe you don't.
I want to take questions.
No, because you just lied, and you just outright lied. I have never called you or anyone associated with you.
Never called my mom. Werther Dolphin's never called my mom.
I have never called your mom.
Okay, that's fine.
If you can provide evidence of that,
right here, right now,
post it online. That would be great. I would love.
Fraud. Yes. After nothing to talk about it.
No, why don't you answer it here? Because you're running for governor, and I think people deserve to know why you were sued by your former employer, why you still owe $200,000, which you claimed in a deposition that you don't have the funds to pay for.
You're just attacked. You're here to be attacked all for the Republican Party.
Guys, he's running for governor. You don't want him to.
Trump ran for president.
Do you want him to answer tough questions? He's running.
It's not about you, dude. Let us have.
I agree. It's not about. I agree. It's not about. You don't think it's relevant? You don't think it's relevant?
Hijack this discussion. It's quite rude.
You're a shill.
Please.
I'm never taking a penny from anyone.
Guys, please let our guest answer.
There's a very good reason why the only people that he's blocking are the people that bring up his legal issues, right? And there's a good reason why that's the only question that he did not answer that night. Besides, here's the crazy thing is are you going to use that excuse for everybody? Are you going to, dude, I know dozens of people that have been blocked by him for posting that thread. Is he going to say that all of them called his mom and yelled at him? Did Jordan Chattel call his mom and yell at him? Did John Cardillo call his mom and yell at him just because they called him out for being a fraud? So interesting night. I will say he's very, very charismatic. Reminds me of Vivek Ramaswamy quite a lot. He's very, very charismatic, very good at.
Which, funny enough, they're pals. I think Vivek has endorsed him, so we'll see how that goes. Considering the most recent allegations that came out the 4th, so that would have been Thursday, that apparently James Fishback was dating someone who was 16 at the time they started dating, while she was still a minor, and explicitly instructed her to keep the relationship a secret while he was 26. Apparently, this continued for 2 years from the 21st to the 23rd, where they became, where was it? Because I'm pretty sure became engaged as a couple by March of 24, and then they broke it off. The reason why this all came out was because of court documents where clearly they had broken up. She was concerned about texts that he was sending her that she thought was threatening. The Florida court dismissed the claims as far as the ones that the court was dealing with, which was getting a protective order, where all of this came out in that. According to the article, he denied the claims of that led to the protective order. But when pushed on were you dating this person while they were a minor? There was no follow-up from James Fishback or anyone representing him. So big yikes. I don't know any other way to put that other than big yikes.
And then it said that he was contacting her family, which I guess ties into his claim that the other guy was contacting his family. Projection mode.
Accuse other people of that which you do. So, yeah.
And I think I got my microphone connected, so hopefully.
Oh yeah. Well, there we go.
Audio's better now.
Yeah. But that's basically been the epic story of James Fishback. He's also started doing the thing that Bill Pulte loved to do. Remember back about this time last year when Pulte had it in his head that he was going to be HUD secretary. And so he started trying to manipulate, allegedly, likely, possibly, the poly market surrounding the likelihood of him being HUD secretary. Well, we're getting a little bit of that as well here, where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, James Fishback is now 60% likely, according to poly markets, to win the Florida governor's race in 2026. I get the distinct feeling that's not very likely. but hey, we have until another year away. Also, apparently people are pushing out that recent polling says that, he'll win 24% to 29%, and excluding the fact usually that this was James's own internal polling by his own staff. So doesn't seem particularly reliable to me. I don't know about you. I do have some normal news, but I think we're going to switch it up. Instead of having the normal news directly after our headline, we're going to go into some meme stock stuff because there isn't a whole lot of it, but what there is amazingly funny. The first thing I wanted to get to was right off the top. Apparently, there was a lot of baggy comments when the SEC decided to push back the short selling disclosures. I believe that is what this was.
That is
pushing
what
out
it
the
is.
compliance again.
Mhm.
Which, like, I'm as an investor, I'm indifferent, but as someone who's more interested in, disclosure compliance, I think if you're going to have long positions that have to be disclosed in certain periods, if you have certain sizes in certain companies, I don't see why short selling compliance couldn't be better. I definitely think that the monthly rolling period where, short interest is always looking backwards and always horribly out of date is kind of dumb, but apparently that's getting pushed back. Did the SEC give a particular reason why?
Yeah. Oh, no reason. Well, I don't know. Not that I could see.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they just wanted to extend the compliance date for whatever. I don't even know why.
The vibe I'm getting with a lot of these SEC compliance things, especially rules that came into being during the last administration, I get the feeling this one might be indefinitely delayed, if you get my drift.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And not that, like again, I'm indifferent to it, but it just feels like one of those things that's like it's not an interest of the current administration to have more regulation like this, personally.
Right. Yeah. So I guess it was supposed to be part of Reg Show that came out, like 20 something years ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, oh, we'll finally put it into place. And then it was supposed to be this year,
Mm-hmm.
February, April this year. And then now it's January 2028.
Right. And now it's getting pushed back, and it'll probably get pushed back again. I get the feeling that it's probably just going to keep getting pushed.
I mean, it was like so they had those 4, kind of major rule proposals that they were trying to get out. This was one of the ones, and this was like the least major of all of them. All it was just reporting. Right. You know what I mean? Nothing different, just reporting. That's all. And it's like, right. Oh no, we can't even do that.
Well, it was a nice thought.
Yeah.
Some people are catching on to the hint here. Like, imagine thinking Trump would actually do anything about this.
Yeah, I don't know who would think that. Why? Who thought that, and why? That makes no sense. I mean, I know.
Well, I mean, you look at this long list of comments that's bitching about this, and we got one of the the MMTLP
exactly.
tramp
stamps. Those are the ones who thought that Trump was going to do, like, oh, Trump, when the new administration comes in, it's going to be different. And I'm like,
oh, an AMC
I mean, yeah, it'll be different, but not in the way that you think.
Speaking of more of the same, of baggies thinking that Donald Trump will do something for them, did you see this letter that came out today? I think X Market News posted it, is where I'd seen it from. But apparently the Retail United group had on the 5th sent a letter to the White House.
On a Saturday?
Well,
oh, no, today's Saturday. I'm sorry. That would be Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. I see payment for order flow. I see FINRA. How many other buzzwords they got stuffed in here? Let's see. We the people have had enough. Trust in our financial system is eroding. Among who?
Who are they writing this to again? Just
Donald Trump. Donald Trump and the Attorney General, members of Congress. I would have figured MMTLP baggies would have given up on Congress at this point.
Yeah.
Department of Justice. Again, I feel like the same discussion we were having earlier. It's like, why do you think any of these people give like, we just had a guy who got pardoned by Trump from running a Ponzi scheme, and mere months after getting pardoned, he was running another Ponzi scheme. Shock and surprise. So, like, I just the idea that this is going to do anything among the millions and millions of letters at this point the MMTLP community has sent to Congress, and basically Congress was like, yeah, what the SEC did with the lawsuit, that sounds about right, because Congress figured out pretty quick who the real criminals were.
Right. I mean, they should, whatever. Okay. Good luck to them.
Yeah. This was from back around last week. Did you see this one? I had almost forgotten about it. The over 9,000. It's over 9,000 platinum.
Oh my God. Well, it is over 9,000.
We did the meme. Ban short selling. To petition Donald Trump to ban short selling.
How would that investigate naked shorting, though, if no one is allowed to short sell?
I don't know what the obsession is with, like, short selling at all, because if your company is a good company, then you won't.
Right. Then you don't have to worry about it. Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. But before we get into our list of normal shitcos, I do have a surprise, Platinum. We have a new shitco. Now, before I give you the ticker and everything, I want you to guess the current trading price of this company.
I have no idea.
It really doesn't.
Tell me what they do.
Let me see here. They
it does not. Okay, incentivize.
Company.
Let's just really quick. Let's just address this for like 2 seconds. So a company could be shorted down, and at some point, if it's a good enough company, you're going to have buyers step in, no matter what. Like if
the fundamentals
Nvidia got shorted down to $5, people would be buying that shit. You know, like you can't just. There's not going to be any destruction if the company is actually worth anything.
Yeah, because the stock price doesn't change the underlying fundamentals of the company.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have people.
I mean, if you disagree, please feel free to comment more about why you think that. But okay, go ahead.
So this company is okay, this should really help you. A Nevada-based company focused on wireless technologies and electronics.
I don't know. $10.
To firebomb its dealerships. I've yet to see that happen, but okay.
Yikes.
Okay. All right.
Dang.
So you want to take a guess on the price?
$10.
Oh man, you're going to be embarrassed by how far up you are.
Well, I have no idea. I mean, the price makes no difference.
So this is the most recent one being promoted on X. Apparently, it's Hop On, HPNN. And it's yet another one of these shitty companies that the CEO has gone out to the major grifters out on social media to help, promote his shitty company for free. Because if you tell them stuff like naked short sellers, short squeeze, they'll do the advertisement for you at that point, and you don't have to even pay them. Here's the company. There's your share price.
Oh my.
It's not even a penny. It's not even a tenth of a penny. We're talking about hundredths of tenths of a penny. I'm pretty sure PP coin has more value than this stock.
Well, what is the market cap?
Oh, that's a good question. How many shares outstanding? I need to find this so I can get some market cap. 1 second. Let me see if it's on Webull. I bet it
So
is.
the firebombing of Tesla dealerships. Tesla is trading at a 300 PE ratio.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? So
Mhm.
I don't think Tesla's a great example for something being, shorted to destruction.
So we got a market cap, got shares outstanding of 7.47 billion. There's your sign. Where's the market cap on this? Market cap is 3.73 million.
Okay.
There's your sign.
Rubbing my axe.
True facts. Their Cybertrucks already explode anyway. Yeah, that's pretty fair. Yeah, it is an OTC. It is. Oh, it's even lower now. It's our thing here says that it's 6/100ths of a penny. It is now 5/100ths of a penny. So
Isn't that like 6/1000ths of a penny? Wouldn't
well, like, well, I mean, it'd be tens, I guess. But yeah, it's
whatever.
look, it's on
I can't count
fire
that low.
sale. You need to buy it now. But yeah, another zero revenue company. This is its balance sheet. Obviously, I mean the liabilities here are cut off, but assets, they have $1,000 in cash on hand.
Wow.
I have more than that probably in my bank account. The entire company's total assets is 1.9 million.
Wow.
Which would explain why its market cap is so small. It seems to not have done much about Tesla's share price again. Like,
yeah, I mean, it still hasn't affected the price whatsoever, if that's what's going on.
Yeah. But the current CEO of this company, apparently, you're dealing with a serious company when the company in question hosts their earnings call in a t-shirt. Professionalism. But also the guy in question apparently in 2023 was indicted for securities fraud. 2007 and 2007 felony money laundering charges. 2008 and 2009 breach contract and shareholder lawsuits. And apparently another company that got sued, Smoke Select's civil case. Hop-On and other defendants received a default judgment of approximately $100,000 in California. The company was working on settlement remedies. Another lawsuit in 2020. So this guy has got quite the laundry list of legal issues that was helpfully forwarded to me by Tony De Niro. So, yeah, I expect that these people will be having such a great time investing in this company. I see no possible bad things that will come of that at all.
Like, why is this being pumped right now? What's going on? Like,
because he went to the normal baggies on social media and was like, we're being naked shorted and it's market manipulation. And he said basically all the buzzwords.
Oh, the CEO did that?
Yeah, and now all of the shills are shilling him.
Yeah.
To everyone else. This one I actually wanted, like, because last time we left off, I think that there were, well, nope, that's a different one. This one, we'll get back to that later. In fact, I'm going to move that to the back.
Oh my God, I feel bad for that guy.
So I could have sworn that before we went into the holiday break, we were talking about this. And there was supposed to be more episodes of this story coming out, but I haven't really seen them.
2 came out. I saw, I think I saw 2. There were supposed to be 3.
Yeah,
but I only saw
and that's
2.
all I've seen. I don't think I've seen the third one. But, I mean, how poorly researched these were, as far as the company, like Quantum, I can't take them seriously and kind of question if they were paid to promote, which would not be too out of line for Quantum at this point. And I want to make clear, you see Bloomberg up there in the corner. I want to make this clear that this is not Bloomberg News. This is a Canadian media company that paid for the rights to use the Bloomberg name. And so I don't think the editorial standards are the same.
Yeah, so they talk about basically in the videos, they talk about how, even though good news was coming out, that the price was still going down, so they weren't able to get money for the company, right? But the thing is,
did they mention that the CEO was using the company as his personal piggy bank?
They did not say that. They also failed to mention how they hired an investment advisor who used all of his clients' money to push the stock up to $40 and still didn't take advantage of the price and get any money for the company. So
did they mention about the whole Sports Coat LLC thing, and that this shady company that we don't know who owns it, that has made a deal with Quantum to get a cut of all, if not most, of the proceeds from these lawsuits?
No, that wasn't mentioned. Surprise.
Didn't mention that. Huh. Funny that. Darn. So what you're saying is they didn't really do any investigation into any of the shady stuff this company does.
Oh, there's more comments. Hold on. In other words, you weren't paying attention to the stock price during the fire bombings. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't. Did it ever get to a fair value? I mean, I'm guaranteed it stayed overvalued the whole time, and it still is. It's also possible to short enough stock in a company that you can influence who its officers are.
No,
that's not a thing. You can,
because if you're short selling,
if you're
sold
long,
the stock on, you have no ability to vote on who the officers are. So that doesn't make any sense at all. But you can go long enough to influence who the officers are. Right, which is why Elon Musk constantly wants to be paid in share compensation so he can keep, and also why he bought a ton. Yeah, to make sure he got his $1 trillion package. Yeah, right. I mean, not overvalued at all. He's just $1 trillion CEO, no big deal. Anywho, so we also got, so this is the Unbuzzed. So this is the Unbuzzed company that got spun out, correct? Or have they not done that yet? They own shares, so Quantum owns shares. Has to disclose. Right. But they're a private company. Interesting. Wow. Who could have guessed? They burn a lot of money. Or are they a public company? Like, why are they posting their financials? Unbuzzed, if I remember correctly, they were planning to spin it out. I thought they were planning to IPO or something. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here with them. But they make what, $25,000 for? Oh, is that for the whole year? Yeah, so far? It's like year end. Wait, expressed in Canadian dollars. So yeah, over the whole year of 2025 so far, they have made $25,000, and it cost them $51,000 to get those $25,000 of sales. Yikes! Those administrative. Gee, look at the SG&A. Yeah. Oh my God. Woo! Wow! Congratulations! You spent $750,000 to generate $24,000 in 24,000 Canadian dollars. Yeah, like you want to talk about it, like a destruction of a company. I mean, yeah, that line entry right there is how you do it. Hey, but at least it's better than 2024, where they had no revenue and were burning through $1 million in SG&A. True, right. So it's only a $1 million loss from operations rather than like a $1.5 million loss from so bullish for Unbuzzed. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But of course, the people that are going to pay for that, they went from like, what is that? Almost 600,000 to 700,000 shares out. 600 million to 700 million shares outstanding. Wow. I wonder how they paid for that compensation. Was it through a lot of dilution? I don't know. So also there was a bunch of investments that I didn't know about that they had. So I knew about like the stuff that we here that is highlighted.
Oh, Quantum,
like,
yeah, has GNS at $1.20.
and it's trading at like 60 cents right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot that they were a shitco treasury.
That's okay. Trump's going to pardon me, so it won't matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then they've got GME. At least they have a decent cost basis on.
Oh,
GME,
did they buy
I
GME
guess.
too?
Yeah.
How much?
GME at
Oh, that's right. Don't they have like
23.55?
2,000 shares or something ridiculous? Yeah, 2,000 shares. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then the gold one is the one I didn't know about that wasn't highlighted there. Apparently, they also own a gold company because they're trying desperately to be like AMC, I guess. So JZR, excuse me, JZR. Can I look that up? Is there a ticker for that? JZR. Okay. Can you? Must be a different ticker, or it may be one of those Canadian shitcos that don't have a U.S. ticker.
Well, yeah, it's in Canadian dollars. I think,
Yeah,
or
30
I don't know.
cents Canadian. Yikes. But yeah, I didn't even know that they owned a gold mine too. So Yahoo for them, I guess. We also got
Are they up on that at least, or are they down on all of their investments?
Well, I couldn't find the JZR. Let me think.
Wouldn't they have to report it? Like in
Well, I guess
part
if
of
their
their-
cost basis was at 20 cents, then they're up 20 cents per
Ooh.
share. So, I mean,
Good
at
for
least they're good on
them.
that one, I guess. Then apparently their CFO sold all of his shares. So he has no shares outstanding in the company. Question, did he actually buy, or were these all for, I assume since all these are all sells, that he got all of his shares from compensation rather than, I don't know, actually believing in the company. And so you just wind those all out and everything and call it a day. Oh, yeah. So I think now is time for to get us ready for our next segment. We have a video production.
Bought a tower stock in 2022. Now it's just a shell with claims and lawsuits. My bags are bad, my hopes obscene, but Teddy will make Thanksgiving green. He'll reanimate my delisted trash, turn my bags into holiday cash. Will Teddy make Thanksgiving great, or will it be another failed hype date? Failed hype date. Will Teddy make Thanksgiving great again?
So, question, Platinum, before we move on, did Teddy make them green again?
Great. And yes, I told you Thanksgiving was great.
Oh, well, I mean, Thanksgiving was great, but was it because
Well, that was the point. Teddy was supposed to make Thanksgiving great again.
Yeah, I don't think it did though.
Oh.
Why won't this enlarge? But yeah, more news from the plan administrator on the 2nd of December that, yeah, still no distribution for shareholders. Sorry. Oops.
Who's highlighting with this crazy color highlighter?
This crazy pink highlight? I don't know.
It wasn't me, but what's going on here? That's very hard to read.
That is pretty fair.
But yeah, this latest document here, which is this it looks like they had this like status sort of thing, like a 2-year status update type thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually super detailed, talks about exactly what's gone on for the last 2 years. Right. The money came in, the money went out, where it came from, where it went. Mm-hmm. He said that he plans to, right now, the extension is until the end of March 2026. And he already said that he plans to extend it again. So I would expect it to be September of 2026, just like it was every other time. You know, he goes from
And
March
wasn't
to
there
September.
some other?
March to
I know you
September.
generally keep up better with the Bed Bath and Beyond stuff than I do, but wasn't there
I
also?
mean, there's
a
nothing to
bunch
keep
of
up with. Like, that's it.
I mean,
Just read that
right,
one
I mean,
paper.
but there's a lot of spin going on in that community about a lot of these.
Oh, of course there
filings,
is.
And, yeah, and of course
I don't really
you
keep
got-
up with the spin.
I think we even have yet another Jake Tubey video, an hour-long
yeah.
slideshow of nothingness.
As always. I mean, it started off like I didn't even watch it. It started off with like, oh, the definition of interest or whatever, and it was like, this is only for the BBB. It's like, just stop it. Like, what? When are you gonna figure it out, dude? What are you doing?
Never. Like I will be able to chisel on my gravestone that they still haven't gotten a distribution, and they'll still be believing it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. So we also had regular like shenanigans from the grifting side of this community, because when you have a dead stock that doesn't have any distribution coming to it or anything like that, all you can do is just grift people for money. And that's what PP does best, is lie and grift to people for money. So apparently we've known for a while that he's been doing this like NFT card thing, whatever. And so they apparently made a Remez card, the giver, of a guy who has to date given
giving people that creeps
nothing.
And
yeah. And so what they're saying is they're putting the giver up for auction for $55,000, and it's not even an auction. It's just they're trying to sell the card. They have the goal to sell this fucking NFT AI created card of Remez, a person who threatens online to rape people and their family and commit violent acts against other people, for $55,000, as if anyone's going to spend that money. And then they're going to pretend that that's totally okay by donating the proceeds to charity. The proceeds of exactly zero. I don't even. But that's the Bed Bath and Beyond community at this point. They have nothing else left to do except that, and of course make shitty AI Sora 2 videos like this.
You know, I think that Mark Tritton guy is
actually,
a real
I don't
piece
think
of
this
work.
is
He's
Sora,
running
by
the
the
company.
This is Grok, because Sora has like the Sora logo on it.
Oh yeah, so it'd be Grok, because Grok doesn't have a watermark yet.
Exactly.
Okay, there you go.
Into the ground with all these buybacks. Quiet, they'll hear you. I'm not afraid of them. Well, you should be. Look at what happened to Jim.
Oh, this? I love Mark Tritton. He's our great leader.
Quit the bullshit, Jim. You were just talking yesterday about how much you hated him. Oh, great. Now they're going to black bag us. Thanks, Barbara.
Also, what's with the musical choice there? Like,
Grok does it automatic, or maybe he added it. Who friggin' knows?
That's not what I would use. It's like upbeat kind of like. I don't get it. And of course,
like they totally missed all these buybacks while they were happening, and then realized like 2 years too late that
they were.
Oh yeah, those buybacks. Shouldn't have done those.
Yeah, and you know, who knew a company that was burning money left and right probably shouldn't have been doing buybacks.
Nobody. I mean, total mystery. No one could have figured that out.
Not even once. Next on our train of companies that we know of, AMC has sold pretty much its entire Highcroft position.
Did they make any money or what's up?
That is a great question.
I didn't really track how much they bought it for or anything.
Yeah, I didn't either. But I think even if they didn't make any money off of it, at this point with their cash problems, better to get what they can out of it and just move on, which seems to be what happened here. Let's even see what their price that they sold at is.
I mean, HYMC had gone up, right?
Oh, there we go.
Anyways.
Total purchase price of $24 million.
Oh, wow. Isn't that what they just got? Like 24.1?
Yeah. Doesn't say what they got back here that I'm seeing.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, that's the warrants vesting with the total purchase price.
Oh, okay.
So that's just even the warrants. So we don't even know what their original. So, yeah. It's too bad they couldn't have done what Kevin Malone did and give us a very handy guide as to what prices they bought at and sold at. So no help there. But I mean, even most baggies understood that this was going to happen because they desperately needed the cash. Like the idea that they were going to be able to hold on to Highcroft when it's having this run up because of gold, that like they were going to sell into whatever spike they could get at this point.
Yeah.
The other big news from the week is apparently, let's see here, where was it? Sometime in November. November 17th. Apparently, Adam Aaron had a minor stroke while he was in London. Dude, bro, why haven't you retired yet? Like if I'm having medical problems like that, I can't imagine someone would be on the board much longer, or let alone the CEO, because like that's a lot of work to be doing if you're having health issues. So especially when when some of those health issues might be amplified by some of the stuff that you're putting in your shareholder meeting filings to warn your shareholders about things not to do if you show up at the shareholder meeting.
Like what?
After consulting local law enforcement for the safety of those attending the annual meeting, persons who are known to have made threats towards the company, its executives, or their families or other stockholders will not be admitted to the annual shareholder meeting.
Oh my.
I wonder who that's targeted at. I think we know several people. Ethan, Nelson Willis, who else? I'm sure we could get a good list going. All those in attendance are expected to maintain proper decorum. Anyone disrupting the orderly conduct of business at the annual meeting agenda or acting in a threatening manner towards AMC employees or fellow shareholders will be asked to leave the premises and, if necessary, escorted out by security personnel. AMC does not intend to address or permit any statements or comments that are, among other things, irrelevant to the business of AMC or the business of the annual meeting, related to material non-public information of AMC, related to personal grievances or employment with AMC, related to pending or threatened litigation. Hi, how you doing, Ethan? Derogatory references to individuals or are otherwise in bad taste, repetitious statements already made by another shareholder, in furtherance of the shareholder's personal or business interests, or out of order or not otherwise suitable for the conduct of the annual meeting as determined by the chairperson at the meeting. The fact that they need to put out this to begin with kind of tells you what they're expecting, especially since this vote is going to be
oh yeah, that's right, more
about
dilution.
The dilution. I will say that I had the 10th off, and I had gotten it off for the FOMC in case I wanted to do a live stream. What I hadn't realized was the AMC shareholder meeting is also the 10th. I think I've got a whole docket of items. You want to know what is also the 10th?
What else? What are they doing here?
So this
Oh, is
is
it NASDAQ?
the NASDAQ motion to quash hearing. So I'm
Nice.
going to be a very, very busy boy on the 10th.
Nice. What time? 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Wait,
Should be
where
9
is
a.m.
this?
here.
New York. Okay.
And they only have one call-in phone line. I have a feeling that is kind of underestimating the amount of people that might listen in on that.
Yeah.
Considering how many phone lines did they have for the one in the Nevada hearing? Like 3 or
Well, usually
4?
there's only one, so I don't even know why there was so many for that one.
I think they anticipated that there was going to be a huge flow because with some of these meme stocks, you know, you kind of like, I know for some of the AMC ones during the Delaware litigation, they had 3 lines. I know they had only 1 line for some of the Sorrento hearings and had it over not Zoom, but one of like the Zoom derivatives. And the system constantly crashed because there was too many people on the line.
Wow.
So, I mean, maybe one phone line will work because it's early enough in the morning, and I guess they assume that people won't show up. But best of luck to you because I don't know. I don't know about that one. So you're going to be joining me on listening in on seeing if NASDAQ gets its motion to quash or not?
Depends. I have to work, so
Yeah.
maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah. If not, I'll be able to give you the report since, like I said, I'll have the day off, so I'll have nothing better to do.
Okay.
But we do have some interesting things. We're going to move on. One of the most recent things, did you know that Michael Burry now has a Substack?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's like $390. Oh, yeah, $380 a year. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine spending that much on a Substack. Like, I get Michael Burry is Michael Burry, but like, that's kind of pricey, my friends.
I mean, didn't he make billions? Like, what is he doing?
I think he's just I think he's at the point where he just if I could put an image on it, I think he's just tired of the whole like running a fund thing, and he just wants to shoot the shit with his ideas. And of course, people are going to pay him for it, so why not?
I guess.
You know what I mean? But now that Michael Burry has a Substack, we have all sorts of baggy wish casting. Like, oh my God, he's got AMC in the fucking banner. He's totally an AMC ape, guys. Even though it's talking about like, you know, the article's about selling AMC and that this was the peak and everything went downhill from there. And some of the stuff in that thumbnail is about how he was talking about how AMC, about how meme stocks, I think he said it was late 2021 or 2022 that, you know, eventually meme stocks are going to run out of stimmy money and it's going to all dry up and crash. And what do you know? That is what happened. So you had a bunch of AMC apes. Like, here's the whole thumbnail. Burry reportedly says Reddit favored meme stocks will crash as new money dries up. And July 2021. So that wasn't even that late in 2021. So that would have been right after the whole AMC run up, wasn't it? No, AMC didn't run until 22, right? It's hard keeping track of all these.
No, it's 21.
Okay. So yeah, that would have been
22
right in
was
the
when it
middle.
came out.
Would have been right in the middle of the AMC run up because that happened in July, right? It was like May to July.
I think so. I want to say June or July.
Yeah. But that wasn't the only wish casting for Michael Burry that happened. Apparently, for a movie all about, you know, evil short sellers and the Bed Bath & Beyond community, they would love to have. Oh, Art of the Meme. Maybe that was different, and I just noticed that. Oh, nope. Yep, that is most definitely the Bear Trap crew. I just got thrown off by the art of the meme, and then I saw Ramesh Jamali in there. I'm like, oh nope, that is them.
He's trying to do a Ploot fest.
Yeah. Why would Michael Burry want to show up for that? Why? And second of all, why do you want him there if you guys think short sellers are the literal devil?
That's a good question.
I'm so confused. Like, I get that, like, The Big Short kind of has this sort of like meme stock ethos around it, but like, then maybe you can help me explain this one. XR Market News should be your first hint that this is probably taken out of context.
Yeah. Can you click on those or?
No, I can't because it's a screen cap. But I can maybe try and find the original. Give me a sec.
So he posted a few different like email screenshots with Roaring Kitty and
that's another one we'll get to because everyone was like, oh, shouldn't they be on the GME board together? Oh, there we are. That's why, because I didn't put it in as Michael J. Burry. Can't forget the middle name. When was that? That was on 1 hour. Here we are. There we are. I found it. Found it. Pink.
Hope this message finds you well. My name is... Oh, come on.
Okay, that's the first one. We can't really read that. There we go. There's that letter to the GME board.
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't see the Ryan Cohen one. My name is Ryan Cohen. I am the founder and former CEO of Chewy. I am also a large holder of GameStop and have enjoyed hearing your thoughts in recent interviews. I'd love to jump on a call to talk about the company with you. Okay. And then that was his letter to the board, where he did suggest the greatest buyback of all time, I think. Right? Like, that was a great suggestion. Like, hello. Of course. I mean, if your shares are trading below the cash that you hold, like, what are you doing? Of course, buyback.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was most definitely out of context then with this, like, because we got a follow-up, I think. It's not this one. Oh, yeah. Because if that's the case, that he's not really finished with GameStop, then why is he saying shit like this?
Where is that?
I think this is over on Substack in one of the chats. So someone paid for the Substack.
Or 380, whatever, however much it is.
Yeah. That's more money than I would have fucking spent just to get a question answered. Thanks for taking one for the team, I guess. So yeah, he's not promoting GameStop, in case that wasn't clear.
Right. He was just saying he wasn't done in 2019. I mean, if you saw the emails, you could look at the date and see that it was after 2019. And hello, that explains it for you.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's... If he's not a shareholder, he can't be on the board of directors, correct?
Not correct. You have 5 years to get acquire the amount of shares that that they have as like a requirement for the directors. So technically he wouldn't have
technically.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty
but then
sure
eventually he would have to.
What's your catch on this? I'm of the belief he does not have any GameStop anymore. What's your thoughts?
Oh, who are you talking about?
Either or, both. I'm both done.
I mean, I have no idea. Like,
right.
I think
but if you could speculate.
For Burry, I would say no.
Mm-hmm.
For Roaring Kitty, I would say I honestly don't know. Like, flip a coin. You know what I mean? Heads is yes, tails is no. Like, I have no idea.
Then we had someone who is very
but
lucid.
He did, people want to like really read into like Twitter things, blah, blah, blah. So if you want to like, put on your tinfoil hat and like do the reading into crap, okay, so Roaring Kitty stopped following Ryan Cohen and took his bullish thesis tweet off of being a pinned tweet. So if you want to, like, tinfoil it, then I don't think he has shares. Like, if we're just gonna like basing on like
Right.
Twitter crap.
And we're just gonna go on vibes. Total vibes.
Like, those vibes feel like he might have sold.
So we had some lucid thoughts from some other people. I don't know if I'd call Michael Burry another Pulte, because he isn't trying to market himself to, like, if the $300 price tag on his Substack wasn't clear, he's marketing towards more professional. But other than that, I would agree that he's just mentioning GameStop because it was an important event that happened, especially in his investing history. Maybe probably not as big as the whole, Big Short thing, but like, he got in what was it, 2019, and then the meme stock short squeeze happened. I mean, that was probably a really good trade for him.
It was absolutely a good trade for him.
Yeah,
I would say so.
So I don't think that. And of course, we had some messages back and forth on that. But that is as far as the Michael Burry meme stock wish casting. But we did have something else that happened. Let me find the spot on here, and it has to do. It's been a while since we talked about the why am I blanking on it? The Power Packs. Yes, GameStop Power Packs. Why was that so hard to come up and get out of my head? So they were. Now maybe you can explain this a little better as our resident GameStop expert. So the holiday season around, I guess, Black Friday, they had a special limited time lunar pack, correct?
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. I'm not like super into Pokemon cards, so.
And so apparently they had real pricey cards that were in there that could be pulled. Let me see if I can find the spot here. Yes. So we had to give some heads up, because I found this on GME Meltdown, but this guy here, Paper Tiger Trading Co., got a bunch of his viewers to pool together to be able to get one of these lunar packs to open it up. They opened it up and found it was the Alakazam 2009 Rising Rivals card that was listed at $1,500 and about $1,600. We'll call it $1,600. Close enough. But apparently, when they did some investigation into it, the card was going for on eBay around $300. The price that it was showing as on some of the sites here, so like a graded a PSA 9 is what it was. So it was going about $800 to $900, and then I think one of the things that was inflating the price that he saw on there was that there was a listing for that exact price that was being quoted on the Power Packs there. That price, there was one listing on eBay for it. So there was, and I can't verify one way or the other, but there was some belief that some of the shenanigans was that, they put the card on there at that price, because the listing price on eBay, the eBay listing, let me see if I can find it on here, was a PSA listing for this one, which makes it feel to certain people a little fishy. Okay, GameStop on its, Power Packs is listing the card as this value, and most of the cards that have been sold recently have been well under that value.
Well, this is actually worse for GameStop, because they offer you 90% of that. Like, go back to the video.
Right.
And so they were offering,
Right, 90% of
offer
that
price?
value.
$1,400 to buy it back.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have bought it back for $1,430. I mean, did he sell it back or?
No, he's trying to get a refund
Goes.
because he's saying his the way he feels about it is that the card in question, its actual value shouldn't have been valued at that. It shouldn't have been a card that could have been pulled in a lunar pack because its actual value is not anywhere near that. And so from a customer aspect, the way he's seeing it is this card shouldn't have been one I could have pulled to begin with.
Oh, I
And
see.
so I should get a refund on it because this is a card that's trading at like market value around $800 to $900. So yeah, I could trade it back and just eat the L, but I'm missing out on what how much is a lunar pack worth?
Oh, it was $2,500. Okay, yikes.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
So you spent $2,500, pulled a card that's an $1,000 L that potentially should have never been something you could have drawn to begin with. And so he's like, that's fucking bullshit. And you know, I can buy into that. I don't know if I buy into the other like conspiracies of it quite yet because I'm going to pull this down for a second while we're talking about this because the way that the cards are priced on the site is from correct me if I'm wrong, it's like Card Ladder or something like that.
And
yeah,
I'm not sure.
Card Ladder is actually owned by PSA. So it's an in-house price ranking thing. So they take all of the different types of whether it's an eBay sale or an auction sale, and they try and get some average price for what the valuation of the item should roughly be. But it's also owned by the company that's selling you the cards too. So
well, not selling the cards, selling the grading for the cards.
Right, correct. So there's some perceived at the very least shadiness there, even if there is or isn't. There's some perception there that could be a little skeezy. And the pricing, it's not really known. Like there's a free end and there's a pay end. So you can pay for the service to be able to get the whole slew of grading. But there's also a free end that I've kind of had some hit or miss with trying to find certain cards. But you can find certain cards and find the pricing on it. And even the card ranks pricing was showing the card is worth $1,000 roughly, but not $1,500. So
Yeah.
it was even off from that. And in some cases, I don't want to like draw any conclusions, but I had watched some of the other videos of card pulls that people have done at different levels and tried to compare, the pricing that, GameStop was showing on the power packs to what I could find. And either it was some of the stuff like most of the cards, I would say 90% of them are cards that, the values match up pretty all right. But there's like a window, I'd say, of about like 10% where there's no pricing data or the pricing data is wildly off. And since there's no way to use the full version of Card Ladder without paying for it, it kind of leaves this thing of, okay, like most of the time GameStop's getting it right, but some of these times that it's getting it wrong, it's like there could be a little bit more transparency in how are you getting that price? Like where is it coming from? Can you give me like a Wikipedia link to your citation there or something?
Yeah, if you told me ahead of time, I would have looked into it.
Towards you're getting it
How
from
about
this
this
website.
for next week? I'll try to look into that to find out where exactly the pricing comes from, and then
because I'm pretty sure I know, because if you go to it and you pull up like the power packs and you go there, it says there, the one thing it does is you highlight like the question mark or whatever, and it says like Card Ladder is where we get all our pricing data from. And then you go to Card Ladder and you can search. But like I said, sometimes the searching works, sometimes it doesn't. But again, I'm not going to pay for the full version and so you get the free version. And so it's like some of it is
Okay.
you see where I'm getting at. It's like
Yeah.
like there's price discrepancies between the data you can see and what GameStop's going with, and it's not really clear if their pricing is always accurate. Now, is it mostly accurate? From what I've seen, it's mostly accurate. So I'm not saying that like this is some deep evil conspiracy, but there definitely is a problem with a certain amount of the cards that are up there on Power Packs. And in this case, it looks really suspicious because the price that GameStop's going with is a price that PSA has listed as an eBay sale. And since the card ladder data goes on sale data, that's the other thing that looks kind of suspicious. Does GameStop's like Power Pack stuff, like, does that count as a price in the rank ladder data? So if, again, conspiratorial, not saying I believe this. So does GameStop fudging the sell price for the cards and then buying them back, does that set the price into the data that then is used to determine what the price of the card is, therefore inflating the values of the cards?
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm not going to say like definitively one way or the other because I can't prove it. I don't know. But that's a lot of the suspicion that's going around. And there's no good way to really refute that other than to say most of the time it doesn't look suspicious. I know that's not reassuring for the other, small percent of the time, but that's all I can say right now.
Yeah.
Now, naturally, if there's someone getting really pissy about GameStop products, what does that usually mean, Platinum?
Oh dear. We have a rant.
I'm not going to abuse you with the rant, but I will switch to his response to it, and we're going to put up the speed a little bit because I don't want to set.
Oh, who's this person?
This is the guy who had the previous that I was talking about earlier that had the lunar card draw. Yeah. And so this is his response video to Marantz. Let's move up the play.
Oh my God, he actually responded. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, he did the good thing of, I don't think he mentions Marantz by name or in any way, so Marantz can't get the kickback of, he just simply said that he was given this video by viewers of the channel. And so he goes about responding to it. But I don't think he even mentions that it is Marantz. So,
yeah.
Thought I might try to justify that decision on this video, and I guess a good place to start is going over exactly what happened on that fated Cyber Monday. So last Monday, GameStop released the limited time lunar packs, which were basically the same thing as these other power packs, just a ridiculous $2,500. Sold out now, but when they were available, you had the potential to get proportionally high valued cards valued as highly as like $33,000. So pretty crazy. Some members of my beloved community and I decided to chip in $125 each and pull one together on stream. And the card that we got was this Alakazam, level X Alakazam in a PSA 9. Card ladder had this at $1,600.59, which is almost a floor card. Floor card would have been like $1,250, I think. But yeah, almost a floor card. So of course we were very distraught, and we were considering what to do with it. Maybe even selling it back and rolling a diamond, since we are just a bunch of degenerates. But when I went to comp it, I discovered that the last sales were in September for $1,000. And this is coming from Card Ladder itself. And Card Ladder is the one that stated that the value of this card was $1,659. So
wow, good to know that I got the name of the pricing right. I wasn't sure it was Card Ladder, but thanks for confirming it, that I'm not an idiot.
A few issues there. Also, price charting has this, not even a $999 card. Price charting has this as an $810 card. So there's a difference in the valuation of like 50 to 60%. Now, GameStop has a history of making things right when valuations are off. For example, on another stream, someone in chat pointed out that a chase card, a Palantir Evolved Pokemon Center ETB promo in a 10, did not actually have the Pokemon Center stamp and was thus a substantially less valuable card. Fortuitously, GameStop was in the chat during that stream, so when they asked what the issue was, I explained that the card was nowhere near the value that it stated and should not have been on the list of chases. And in a matter of minutes, GameStop, I think, just took down the card and we could not find that card in the list of chases again.
So, again, another reason why I'm erring on the side of caution that there's anything nefarious here, because it seems like most of the time when there's a problem, GameStop's like, oh, shit, our bad.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that, I decided on stream to not accept the buyback for this card. Buyback for this card would have been $1,344. So about a loss of like $1,200, which honestly is not too bad since we split this with 20 people. But still, I decided to not accept the buyback and keep the card with the intent of reaching out to GameStop for a potential refund. And besides a few really incensed people in chat, it seemed like most everyone thought it was the right course of action. But a few days later, someone on another stream told me that another YouTuber had put out a video sort of taking a lot of, I guess, umbrage with my decision. Now, I was super curious because what possible issue could anyone have with me? I'm very boring. Kind of harmless, actually. So I checked out the video after the stream, and turns out that this individual Marantz was very bothered with my intent on holding GameStop accountable. And normally I try not to engage with folks like this, but some of the takes in this video I felt like I had to address, and I'm going through a bit of a content drought. Anyway, so I figured why not make a reaction video? First time doing this, but I watch a lot of Opossum Buds, so here goes.
Here's the deal. These lunar packs, I just saw, what's his name, Paper Tiger, whatever the freak his name is.
It's not that hard.
It's the most lamest thing I've ever seen in my life with this kid. He opens up a lunar pack, and he's mad because the card has a card ladder value of 1,600, 1,300, whatever it may be.
Okay, first of all, was not mad.
I love how it's classic Marantz. He's going to like call someone else a loser, an idiot, whatever, and he can't even get his facts right within the first 44 seconds of the fucking video.
Yeah, wasn't it 1589?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, we've gone away from that screen like a whole couple minutes ago, and you can still like pop it off the top of your head.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Or bemused, I would say. Also, he's making it sound like I was angry about some great personal loss. Like I reiterated throughout the stream, this was a group event, so personal losses were minimal. And it could have been the easiest thing for me to just accept the buyback and take like the $70-ish hit and avoid all this drama. But I have some history with Power Pack's customer service. They've been fabulous to me. And I also have a decent enough platform to get attention to this obvious mistake, so I decided to use it to make things right for everyone.
And then he says, yeah, but look at the value. Everyone else is selling it at $900, so he's claiming he got completely rugged on the card. But if you feel like the value's not there, Paper Tiger Dragon, whatever the hell your name is.
Yeah, she cooked with that one. I might steal that.
Then sell the card. GameStop's willing to buy it back from you for the price that they're telling you it's worth. You're hanging on to it, saying it's not worth that. Okay. But here's my thing. Sell the damn card back. You get your money back.
And this is the crux of the pushback that I seem to be getting. And at face value, I agree. I definitely agree. The gods of fate decided that we were to be floored, and we should have made peace with that. But if the card behind the number doesn't matter, then what even is the point to all of this? If GameStop released a service where it was just these numbers without any of these cards, then how successful?
Then it would really be gambling.
Well, do you think it would be? The only reason Power Packs enjoy whatever success they have is because there is probably a big overlap between degenerates and collectors. And yes, while the money is, of course, a big part of it, a lot of us just want to see really cool cards. And sorry, that Alakazam was not cool enough. This Alakazam was not cool enough to be part of the Lunar Packs. And I think instead of the Alakazam, there was just a worthless scrap of paper, literally no one would take issue with me seeking a refund. Extreme example, to be sure, but at what percentage does it not become extreme? I don't know, but the actual market value of this card is a little bit more than half of the stated value, and I have to think that most reasonable people would take issue with that.
He literally said online right now, he goes, yeah, well, I'm going to ask GameStop for a refund. Could you imagine that? Asking for a refund because you didn't get your way? I still can't get over that.
I mean, that's what a customer service table at every retail outlet does. I don't like what happened.
Like, for a new service, and hearing the background where he had like GameStop in that chat, and he's dealt with them before and stuff like that. I mean, it obviously makes sense, and it not only that, but I mean, it helps him, and it also helps GameStop to sort of get their shit in order, right? Like if things like that are happening, they should absolutely know about it.
Especially when it's a limited time offer like this, because you could have like Power Packs have only been out for a couple months, and I'm sure they've been planning to do this like limited offer sale of the lunar packs or whatever, but even after you've done planning and stuff like this, there's still going to be flaws in the system. Maybe a card, because also you have to understand that there's a market for these cards that's maybe not in flux as a lot of collectors items, but it definitely would be in flux. So you could get chase cards that could go up or down in value during the time of the thing, and GameStop might not be aware of it at that time and may not change it in a timely fashion. So, like, treating like this is what amazes me is how Marantz was a manager and customer in a customer facing company.
Yeah.
If this is how he treats customers when they have a problem, like if there's an issue. Like, if it's within reason, and I think his argument is reasonable, this card isn't what GameStop's claiming it is. sure, I could sell it back and take the L for 1,000, but like the card shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah,
technically.
I mean, Costco accepts returns for all kinds of
He's
things.
about to get into that.
Oh boy.
He uses that example directly, and I have to wonder if it was on purpose.
That part. You see, just because GameStop reaches out to these content creators and they're saying, "Hey, we support you and your platform, and what you guys are doing for Power Packs," and I do too. I don't care. These guys are not GameStop supporters. There's a big difference. Okay.
I go to my local GameStop almost every week. I do a lot for GameStop, actually. I go there almost every week to submit to PSA. I buy trading cards, and I almost bought a used PS5 game last time I went. Shout out to Garland, Victoria David. Probably missing a couple, but yeah, best GameStop in California.
They're in it for one thing.
I mean, you probably, yeah. I bet. I bet that has something to do with it. I wouldn't be surprised.
And I do have GameStop stock. So
one thing only, how they can make money. They're not seeing the bigger picture. They never will because they're probably not investors either. But that's the game you're playing when you're GameStop with content creators. Asking for refunds. Now, what precedents are we setting? Now,
the precedent that I'm trying to set is that GameStop should do right by their customers. And this is something I kind of don't get with this whole thing. If you were a big supporter of a company, wouldn't you want the company to be known for having good customer service, even if it might be in the customer's favor? Like, for example, I watched my mom try to...
Especially considering GameStop has a legacy over the early 2000s and 2010s of having really fucking shitty customer service.
Right.
If you relabel that image by doing good things like fixing this problem when it comes to the power packs, especially when it's a new program that you are obviously putting forward as the future of your company, if you're wanting to change that image, now would be the time to fix that. Just me.
Yeah.
Return.
Also, I mean, they could have just sold a card, whatever $100 card for $1,400. Like, that doesn't help them either.
Yeah.
They accepted it, no questions asked. Which is why Costco is one of the most well-respected companies in the world.
Yeah,
and eating bag of chips at Costco. And you want the company to be if you were a big supporter of a company, wouldn't you want the company to be known for having good customer service, even if it might be in the customer's favor? Like, for example, I watched my mom try to return a half-eaten bag of chips at Costco, and they accepted it, no questions asked. Which is why Costco is one of the most well-respected companies in the world and can literally do no wrong. But ultimately, it doesn't.
What? Does he know that he used to work at Costco, or?
No, I don't think he did. But it could be.
That is so funny. No, I highly doubt
that
it.
example is pretty hilarious.
I thought you meant that Marantz was going to talk about Costco.
No.
Oh my God.
I should have clarified.
What a twist. That's so funny.
It doesn't matter if you think what I'm doing is wrong, because the optics for something like this, giving you a card worth like half of what it states, is the opposite of that is actually pretty horrible. And the potential reputational hit is probably not worth doing nothing about.
What's going to be said there is, well, here's the point. It's not worth that. And you're going to be like, what do you mean it's not worth that? The card's worth whatever you're willing to pay for it, right? Whatever someone's willing to pay for it from you. But GameStop has a buyback feature immediately. The fact that they took you and on that one run, you opened up one pack of Lunar, and you're mad that the value's not there, is what they claim. The inconsistencies are not on GameStop's part. Believe this or not, Card Ladder is an independent source. That's what makes this.
It's not. It's owned by PSA. But anyway.
Actually work.
So I'm not sure if he actually watched my entire video, because I did say numerous times on stream that it was not GameStop's fault, and it was 100% on Card Ladder. Also, Card Ladder is not independent. Card Ladder is owned by Collectors, the parent company of PSA, who just so happens to be partnered with GameStop with these GameStop Power Packs. Make of that what you will. But yeah, Card Ladder is not independent. And honestly,
and that's just another classic Marantz mistake. Like, this is basic research that he did that I was able to do, but apparently McDoofus over here can't be bothered to fucking do. In a video where he's going to talk about someone else being a fucking idiot, and
it doesn't need to be independent. The valuation, whatever valuation service they use, does not need to be independent. The valuations just need to be reliably correct and transparent. And if they can do that in-house, then I don't think anyone would care.
You have to go get your values from someone else. So what should GameStop do? Should GameStop be upset and be like, well, Card Ladder valued it higher than whatever, I guess, your eBay price is, but GameStop's willing to give you 90% of Card Ladder value?
84%. It's not 90%. We actually only get 84% if we accept the buyback. And this highlights another issue that I have with this actually. With this erroneous valuation, GameStop has basically taken away our agency, and we are essentially forced to accept the buyback for this card. And I'll explain why in like a few scenarios. Scenario one being sometimes when I get floored, I still very much like the art, or I just want the card and choose to have the card shipped to me. I'm not just saying that. I've actually done it quite a few times. For example, I have here a Pikachu Unigaba in a PSA 10, certain number. And
you know what? I'm gonna be honest. 1 second here. Let me see if I can get that card back.
Actually done it quite a few times. For example, I have here a Pikachu.
I mean, I know this is clearly like some like Joker collector's card, but if I got that in a draw, regardless of value, I want it because it's just
Yeah.
it's a funny card. I like it.
Yeah.
Unigaba in a PSA 10, certain number ending in 9504. And if we go to my collection, here's a card. Certain number ending in 9504, Unigaba Pikachu in a PSA 10. Card Ladder had this at 200. I had it shipped to me. And I did not get this out of like a silver or gold pack. I got this out of a freaking platinum pack. So I got absolutely smoked. Ooh. Absolutely smoked. But I didn't accept the buyback. I had this card shipped to me because I'm trying to complete the Unigaba set. So
platinum
had this
packs are like 1,000, right?
I think.
And he got a $200 card. Oof. Ouch.
Had Card Ladder had this card at like $50, worth $50, then it would have been difficult for me to have this card shipped back instead of just accepting a buyback. Second scenario is sometimes I like to sell the card through eBay, because eBay has a very generous consignment rates, especially if the card is a very high value card. Sometimes they'll only take like 10% as a fee. So comparing that to 16% with these really high value cards, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So sometimes I like having the option of selling through eBay. With this erroneous Card Ladder valuation, that option has been taken away. And then lastly, Pokemon is a known appreciating asset. So sometimes when I get floored, I tell myself, definitely huffing hopium, that one day that card will be worth what I paid for. So I get it shipped. I don't like the art of this Alakazam. No one on eBay would buy this at this $16.59 price. And this card will struggle to appreciate to even the floor value, let alone $2,500. So my only option is to sell back to GameStop.
But GameStop's willing to give you 90% of Card Ladder value instantly. And why wouldn't you take it? Because you got rugged, right? That's what you said? Yeah, stop.
I've been forward so many goddamn times with these GameStop Power Packs. So the accusation that I'm doing this to recoup just $75 is actually kind of silly. I'm actually pretty embarrassed to show this to you guys, but I think bringing it out into the light will actually be cathartic, and this will, I guess, sort of reinforce the point I just made. These are my listings of diamond packs that I sold. In a fit of madness, I decided to spend the night rolling diamond packs, and as you can see, it did not go well for me. I got floored almost 6 times in a row and accepted the buyback on all of them.
I mean, that is kind of the odds there. It's what, like 70-30 that you'll get a shit card. So
or just less than you paid for at least.
Right. Yeah. So that tracks. Those odds track.
Not request a refund. All these cards were priced fairly. And in the end, I lost more money than entire Lunar Pack. But
in fact, you can go to his channel and he has a bunch of live streams of his polls. In fact, I think they did do one Lunar Pack that live stream, but there was a bunch of other packs that they pulled during that live stream. So like, yeah.
I guess losing an additional $70 was the final straw. The one silver lining in this is that this made me realize that I probably have a bit of a gambling problem, but I'm not working on it.
I'm blaming GameStop for your problems there, little man.
I'm actually 5'9", so that is average, man, to you. But I believe that is the end of his rant.
I love that he has a sense of humor.
And I honestly don't disagree with what he said. I just think that we're coming at this from 2 different points of view. It seems like he's coming at it through like a GameStop investor type lens, whereas I am more coming at this from like a collector, Pokemon hobby enjoyer type lens. And that is probably why we disagree on these things. I agree that based purely on the money, we should have been happy with accepting the buyback. But coming at this from a collector, this was kind of an event for the community and I, and we were excited. And it was kind of a letdown. It was actually kind of a huge letdown. I mean, we hyped it up, and in the end, we got a card that should not have been part of the Lunar Packs. And I mean, I'm sure everyone can agree on that point, right? So yeah, like I said, don't have anything against this individual. I appreciate all of his viewpoints. I just think we are coming at this from 2 different points of view, which of course happens in life. And it's always good to, maybe take a step out of your little bubble and get the viewpoints of other people. So definitely appreciate him making this video. And definitely
yeah, too bad that Marantz will not extend that same sort of mindset back. And in fact, I expect a response video from Marantz that's about like how awful and stupid.
Do you think he'll bring up the Costco thing?
Possibly, because absolutely that would be a strike at his fucking ego on multiple fronts. So yeah, probably. Yeah. Before we move on to our next meme stock, so were you like a bunch of other people enjoying the new feature on X that allows you to see the country from which people are
Yes.
logging in from? Has it been fun learning about where some of these meme stock grifters are based out of?
Not at all. I could care less, honestly. I don't care. But
yeah, but some people were doing a lot of pulls on that, I guess, and some of it's kind of weird because obviously you can't correct for using a VPN,
but it does have a
notification
that that is what they're using. But still,
there's been a hilarious amount of people who are from Canada inserting themselves into American politics and American financial markets, which has been kind of amusing. But yeah. So our next stop in the meme stock world is, did you know that Michael Saylor decided to help prop up his Ponzi scheme, decided to have a cash reserve on hand for when the Ponzi finally blows up, he'll still have cash to hand out to people, I guess. Or at least to support the dividends.
It's like 800 million, for the preferreds a year. So
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. I don't know why this was like, why people were trying to sell this as like bullish or a good thing, because that's literally what it is. All this is trying to float the Ponzi for that much more longer.
Right. And they still are going to use the common stock for ATMs to buy more Bitcoin.
Yeah. The return of X market news developing. JP Morgan sold a significant share of MicroStrategy last quarter, increasing margin requirements from 50 to 95%, pushed Strategy's exclusion from the MSCI. So did they close their alleged short position? Well, turns out, let me see if I can find the one here, that most of the selling happened because of institutional investors, Bink basically bailing on MicroStrategy, because funny enough, people usually don't like having Ponzi schemes in their portfolios. Let me see here. So it was been 2 weeks ago, we also talked about the whole feud where all the baggy, there was a whole, I don't know if you saw it on X, but this whole baggy cross promotional team up where everyone was trying to dogpile on JP Morgan, and X Market News was talking about how evil JP Morgan was, and they were all talking about how they were going to cancel their accounts. Grant Cardone even said that he pulled 20 million out of Chase, and I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that JP Morgan Chase is doing just fine, even after a couple of the baggies were saying that it was going to go bankrupt. Funny enough, it wasn't Kevin Malone this time. His big bank that he thinks is going to blow up is Fidelity. So,
oh my God, he's so stupid. It's like so ridiculous.
But we got more promotional material from Michael Saylor for the Ponzi. He posted this, I think, last week. This is the big thing about the dividend yields, is like, where is the yield coming from?
They tell you.
Yeah.
In every prospectus that it's coming from common stock.
Yeah. So well, they don't say it here, but but yeah, like they say it in the disclosures to the SEC that they get it out of the common stock, and
yeah,
it's not a Ponzi if you disclose it. It's a Ponzi.
It's true. It's not a Ponzi.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, it was X Market News that was saying that JP Morgan's going to go bankrupt. There we go.
Oh, it's so stupid.
There's been two people that have been back and forth. Who runs the X Market News account? Busy Brands? Is it Junk Savvy? Is it Kevin Malone?
It's just another dumb idiot.
It's just another dumb idiot is kind of what I'm
Yeah, with
thinking
too much
too,
time
but-
on their hands.
But like I had to get out there that there's also tinfoil on our side as to.
I mean, it's somebody who was bullish on MMAT, right?
Yeah.
So some idiot that only cares about engagement.
Never mind. It wasn't X Market News. X Market News was simply aping our favorite blogger who pretends to be a journalist. Oh my!
Of course, investors speculate that. Like, give me a break.
Like it's not the only article that he's used the investors speculate as a catch-all for I'm making wild, unfounded claims. Investors speculate billions of naked shorts in MicroStrategy. Investors speculate that there's zero brain activity above the going on in Frank Nez's head. But the other thing that has been the big MicroStrategy talking point is when are they going to get on the S&P 500? And again, we had the realignment of the S&P 500 index. No MicroStrategy, sorry. But we did get another scam code that did make the S&P 500, Carvana, which caused another YouTuber that we've talked about previously ripping his Batman underoos over that one.
Oh boy.
He was not happy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, they did make the S&P 500. Yeah, whatever that's good for. Here, where were we? We got a few more MicroStrategy stuff before we move. Oh yeah, that's right. So apparently Jim Cramer is now bullish on MicroStrategy. Maybe we'll get something good out of that. Inverse Cramer. Well, I suppose we're already in the inverse Cramer because like MicroStrategy, even with like Bitcoin recovering, I'm pretty sure MicroStrategy is still STR stock. It's still kind of hurting because I know. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's still down like 25% for the month. It was up 6% this week and finished the week down 3%. So let's compare that to Bitcoin. Oh. Bitcoin price. So it was, Bitcoin was up a little bit to close the day, down on the week, okay, and down on the month. So, I mean, a little bit of fluctuation in there, but like generally Bitcoin has done better. I mean, it was only down 12% on the month, and sure, MicroStrategy was up for the week.
Yeah, Michael Saylor said that is one of the features of the common stock is that it is more volatile than Bitcoin, and that
why would you want that?
When it goes down, when Bitcoin goes down, the stock goes down even more. But that means when Bitcoin goes up, the stock goes up even more.
That hasn't exactly played out.
Well, it has. I mean, the stock will go up as long as people are willing to pay that much money to get diluted constantly.
That's fair. Right.
So that he can just buy Bitcoin, which like they don't even have rights to the Bitcoin on the common stock. So
right. Because they're the lowest down on the capital stack. It would be the debt holders and the preferreds that have the higher priority to the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
One last meme stock thing. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's meme stock. I just,
Oh no, are the 11 stores going to go out of business?
I guess. Yeah. So.
That's Sparkle.
This is a whole article on it, but apparently, Sears could be finally going the way of the dodo. don't tell Sears Reloaded. He might not,
He won't.
make it.
Will not compute.
He will not
Don't
compute.
worry.
He will not compute.
Yeah. I actually watched this really good YouTube documentary about Joann's that someone made. This girl who's like a cosplay. She makes cosplay outfits, and she had friends that worked at Joann's and stuff like that. And she really like went into every single thing. And because I actually used to like shop at Joann's all the time, so it actually is really sad that they're out of business because there really is nothing like it. I don't know. It just made me really miss Joann's. I don't know where I was going with that.
Another one of these stores that have just like bit the bullet in bankruptcy hard.
Yeah, like private equity came in, basically like cut the hours, just made it a worse experience for everyone altogether. Was super out of touch with like what customers actually wanted. Were making like their own fabrics and stuff, just like super random crap. And just like made it all together worse. And that's kind of like what led to the downfall, right? And it's just a bummer.
Yeah. I didn't really use Joann's, but I know that kind of experience you're talking about because before it became kind of a big thing to be able to buy full costumes or stuff like that online, a lot of what people did for like LARPs and things like that was just go to places like Joann's and make your own outfits. So
people still do that. Yeah, of course.
So I mean, there's a market for it. It's just, I don't know if it's the same sized market as it used to be. And I think that's a lot of problem with some of these retail outlets where, you can do so much online or there's still going to be a market for people who like make it themselves. But for the majority of people, it's just more convenient to,
not only more convenient, but way cheaper with fast fashion to just buy like shit clothes that you can just like throw away after so many times. And then, go to Temu and buy some more shit clothes. And it's more of like a luxury actually, rather than a necessity to make clothes now.
Yeah. I'm going to really quick hit a few stuff that's general news topics. First one, I thought you might be be able to at least share some joy in.
January. That's so long.
Well, testify by the end of January, so we've got a window in there.
Yeah, but the Kalshi bet is by the end of the year, so that's sad. Sad for the Kalshi bet of Ploot getting.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Darn. Well, but I'm looking forward to this because I mean. I will shill it once again. We do have the audio thing that we did where we did a live reading and reenactment of the Pulte deposition in the Brandon Jones case. I have a feeling this hearing going to be exactly like that because he does not do well when put under extreme interrogation and having to account for his lies. He does not do so hot.
And he also does not know the definitions of many words.
He suddenly does not know the definitions of many words.
Anything about like the word, family or big or you or
famous,
anything.
Yeah. You know what? I would almost make a drinking game about, take a shot every time Pulte says, I don't recall or define X.
Oh, for sure.
But then we would be all dead by the end of the.
Yeah.
And we even got a taste of that when Elizabeth Warren sent those letters requesting him answer more questions, and it was more boilerplate Pulte nonsense where he just does not answer the question.
Yeah, he didn't respond. Even in the questions from the confirmation hearing or whatever hearing that they had, where they asked some questions and then he didn't answer them there, so then they gave him the questions, and then
that's what I was talking about. Yeah,
filled out the answers, whatever. They weren't even any answers, and he like grouped a bunch of questions together and was like, "Oh, this is the answer for that," and it was like a non-answer. Like everything else was like, and it was all bullshit because it was saying, to something about like making American housing, whatever the fuck, like affordable and blah blah blah. Which he hasn't done shit to do that. Not even taken 1 minute to do that. Like what, 50-year mortgages? Are you serious?
There was a meme that I saw that said that had the you know the one where it's like corporate wants you to tell the difference between these two images. It's like they're the same. It had the 50-year mortgage thing, and then it had said that, you know, the one from the World Economic Forum of you will own nothing and you'll like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like,
I mean,
these
imagine.
are the same thing.
That's actually
So-
crazy. Yeah,
so
he can't wipe his Twitter this time. You're right.
And so
Not like last time.
no, you know, he can't delete this. And what's funny is I think the administration knows that, because they stuck him in that hearing with those two other confirmations that needed approved from the Senate, and just kind of tried to hide him. But now he's going to have a whole hearing where it's just him and there's nowhere to hide.
I love that for him and for us.
I love it for him too. More of that, please.
Yeah.
Speaking of more of Pulte losing, so after the case against Letitia James was dismissed, they went to try and get a reindictment, and the grand jury no-billed it. As far as I knew from the Lawfare live stream on Friday, they had another attempt to try and reindict her on Friday. I don't know how that one went, but as far as we know right now, with an actual Department of Justice lawyer, not a handpicked Trump patsy pretending to be a lawyer, the grand jury's come back and no-billed it. So who knew? Bill Pulte continues to be a lying piece of shit. I
Wow.
never
Really
would have
shocking.
been able to have guessed that. This was absolutely insane. Did you see Alex Carp at the DealBook Summit going on his what looked like a cocaine-fueled tirade and rants responding to these questions?
No, but I saw a meme about it. But I didn't see it like actually happen. No.
I didn't either. I saw some of these
Article.
clips, and they're just
You lose a lot
kinda
of credibility
crazy.
when people are technical, and that's just a fact. That article about us being a surveillance thing is like where it's all implied what we do. Yeah, but the problem is you lose credibility with anyone who goes on the thing, and that's damaging for our democracy.
Let me ask you this.
Again, look left and right. The one thing I would say to people in the audience, a lot of you think I'm right, and you know your spouse, your relative, your child, the person at work would be horrified if they knew it. You better speak up, because everyone who thinks I'm a ridiculous fascist, they're speaking up. They write about it every day. If you do not speak up, the people who are disagreeing.
It's basically like that the whole time. This dude, for someone who is working at this company, who's the CEO of Palantir, who has apparently a wildly successful and I would say overvalued company at its current valuation, that's like at insane multiples of like what, 700 times forward sales at the very least. It's kind of absurd. Is very emotionally fragile and has an ego that just seems to have no end in sight. Now, naturally, of course, we've got more.
Let me share the meme though real quick.
Okay, shareholders allege that there may be. Okay, thank you, Frank Nez, much appreciated. There was another one that had like the audio clips, one of the ones that I showed, and he says that Alex Carp has a ski slope where his nasal cavity should be.
Oh my God, look at it.
Amazing.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Didn't he do this already though? Didn't he say something like that before?
Yeah. This I think was last week. Then we also learned what was it? Yeah. So it was this week. It was Monday, I guess, that the Honey class action lawsuit was dismissed.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I did look at it, and it was basically the judge had said that the claims weren't adequately pled, that basically they used the video that was the original one as the basis for the claims, and the judge basically said, yeah, I mean, that's a nice theory and thought, but like, how does this apply to you? You didn't prove how you were injured by this. And I think this gets back to some of the other like discovery claims, like when we talked about last time when PayPal was trying to get discovery against some of these YouTube channels, like viewers, to get like the information of what links and stuff like that. I think that's what PayPal was anticipating would need to be the next step. And, you know, we talked about how Gamers Nexus withdrew because of that. And Gamers Nexus seemed to imply that there was something nefarious there with that kind of discovery. And I don't blame him. Like, discovery is invasive. That's why a lot of people tend to avoid litigation if they can, because discovery is a bitch. It goes both ways, and it gets pretty into everybody's business. And I think that that's where the discovery is going to go, because if the court's basically saying that the claims are that you need to prove actual harm to you, not this theoretical, plausible theory of harm. You need to actually show that you were harmed in order to substantiate a claim, you specifically, then they're going to have to go to their viewers and be like, okay, so you clicked our link. Did Honey ever, you know, take away that cookie token and replace it with theirs so that we didn't get credit? Because that's the only way they're going to prove that they actually have claims. So this discovery is about to get way more messy if they want to continue down this road, it seems like. So I guess we'll find out if they do.
Find out next time.
Yeah, find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. There's some of this I'm going to have to get later because there's just a lot too much to kind of go over it. But there was a couple of these lawsuits that, a lawsuit that I wanted to get to that I thought was really funny because it has to deal with bankruptcy and possible bankruptcy fraud and Dr. Phil.
Oh, you know what? I kind of know a little bit about this.
So why don't you go ahead and explain what you think you know about this? I'm not going to play the video, but
I didn't watch this. This did come
really
up
good
with my
video. You should
recommended
watch it
videos.
because it explains the whole situation.
Definitely watch it. But I, kind of heard a while back about apparently he was like divvying assets and trying to like hide things and stuff like that, and then declaring bankruptcy for his media company.
Yeah. So his media company, okay. So what had happened was there was this Christian broadcasting service network, and after Dr. Phil's show went off the air and was basically, the whole show on network television was ended. They struck a deal with him. He created his own media company to basically facilitate the creation of his new show. He, let's say, got creative with the access to his backlog of stuff that used to be on network TV and basically insinuated to this Christian network that he had access to the backlogs when he doesn't. The old network, which I believe is CBS, has access to those. And it didn't seem like that they were going to turn those over. So there was that part of the contract. There was a bunch of other things that happened. And basically, what it boils down to is, like you said, his media company went into bankruptcy. And to get out from the deal that they had with the Christian network, cable network, they were going to go into bankruptcy. And then they were going to manipulate who was the highest on the capital stack in the debtors, and then allow them to take the assets out of the company and put it into this new company, which they already had a deal with Spectrum to go basically do what they were going to do with the other. that's basically what happened. I haven't gotten to go through all the bankruptcy documents. I hear that the judge was unsurprisingly not pleased about what happened and converted the bankruptcy from Chapter 11 to Chapter 7 as soon as he figured out about this. Shock and surprise.
Yeah.
And took it away from the estate to manage and gave it over to the U.S. trustee. Yeah, it was an entire thing. Absolutely hilarious unless you're one of the people involved. So, yeah. That was kind of an interesting thing that I saw pop in my radar. If you do want to follow it, it is Merritt Street Media is the company in question, and you can look it up both on Court Listener for the adversarial case against the company, and then on I believe looks like it's on. What is this for the bankruptcy? It's on IPQ 11. I think it.
Oh, that was the same as Spirit Airlines, I think.
Yeah.
That was their noticing agent.
Yeah. But yeah. That's basically that. It's an interesting thing. I didn't know that Dr. Phil got his start scamming people in my home city. That was interesting to learn from this video. So, good to know that we aren't just known for the Phelpses. We're known for the hustler known as Dr. Phil. Amazing. One last thing to send us off with on the mainstream stuff, and then we'll go to Super Tweet of the Week. So apparently SpaceX now has an $800 billion valuation after another secondary share offering. I'm gonna put it out right here, and I'm getting WeWork vibes. There's just something about it. I don't know what it is, but SpaceX gives me WeWork vibes. What about you, Platinum?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, in what way?
It's a money-losing business that is continuously setting money on fire while getting higher and higher valuations that don't seem justified.
Yeah. I mean,
I think eventually it will have to go to equity markets, and then we'll find out exactly how bad is bad, but I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot there that I don't like. But anyway. So, stupid tweet.
Okay, I gotta find a good tweet.
I had an original one, but then I saw one today that I could not pass up on. It was bad. So you gotta go find one?
I will find one. Yeah, give me.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll get us set up on the YouTube side, and then I will get us going. Get the poll going.
What if? Oh no, never mind.
So I'm going to go ahead and show mine. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit because I saw this because of Platinum's response to it. So we got this image here from X Market News. It says, "I traded my picture of Roaring Kitty during the GameStop Robinhood congressional hearing." Now, if you look at the image, though, there's some pretty obvious.
Did you really? Is that what you did
here?
Weird. It's from your first. It's the first on.
And I mean, if you look at it really closely, you can like
also,
see
look at that
the
phone. Like who
Reddit
holds a monitor
is
like
not,
that?
Yeah.
And I mean, just everything.
And the Chiron kind of runs over itself. Like, do we even know what? And I'm taking it in the comments that people took this, as if it was a serious
100% serious. 1000%.
Did they
People are
give
just
you
like, oh my god, good for you.
So yeah, that is my stupid tweet of the week.
Okay, what if mine, you know, and I might do something a little differently here. And it's like a stupid, not really a stupid tweet, but like a stupid lawsuit on a tweet that is like a sovereign citizen lawsuit. So it's
you know what? I'll take
totally
it. Let's
unrelated,
do it. Yeah.
but you know
Let's
what?
make it happen.
Whatever. It's the holidays. Sovereign
versus Satan, aka Lucifer, the fallen loser. What?
Adrian D'Amico Moon, an individual recipient of SNAP and suing in his official capacity as Tsar of Homelessness and Anti-Semitic Reform plaintiff versus Satan, aka Lucifer, the fallen loser, a spiritual being and being sued in his official blah blah blah. But yeah,
his official
I actually
capacity. Oh my goodness.
I actually wanted to look this up. I haven't gotten a chance to yet, but I thought that was pretty funny.
All righty. So you know the rules. If you're on the YouTube side, there is a poll. If you are on Rumble, X, or Twitch, then you have to voice vote in the chat. Twitch, as always, is our 8 voter, so any tiebreaker is broken by Twitch. So anything exciting? I know the 10th is going to be exciting for me. I kind of want to listen to that hearing and see what comes of it, because the hearing in Nevada ended up being, well, we don't have enough information here, so we'll come back later. But I don't think that'll happen here, especially since I think part of it is they're also going to be deciding if if it stays in New York or whatever. So
yeah, and NASDAQ already complied and then was like, wait a second,
we're not doing the rest of the shit that
as an example of compliance. Like, F you.
Yeah. Alrighty, so Platinum wins on a total sweep.
Hell yeah.
I cannot I can't compete with sovereign citizen nonsense. What do I expect?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Imagine. Oh my god, we should actually find that and read it because it's probably hilarious.
I bet. It looks like it was was that on Pacer maybe or something?
We'll have to find it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out one way or another. But yeah, I think we should probably as like I know that I know that why am I blanking? It's getting late. That's what the problem is. I know Hannah Reloaded deals with like Sobsit videos, but we can be the Sobsit lawsuit people of like actually reading their unhinged documents.
This probably, like, I'm just gonna guess it's probably not this guy's first lawsuit, right? Because it never is, right? Exactly.
Ethan's got a longer list of arrests and stupid lawsuits in his wake, so it's like a Pringles can. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll have to look for that.
Alrighty. But for now, though, this will be it for the evening, and we will catch you folks next time. I will say, though, let's see here. So Christmas is the 25th, so we got 2 weeks. Do we want to do like an end of the year show on the not this next weekend, but the weekend after that with maybe like some like sort of wrap up like awards for like a award show or something like that? Something fun, a little different.
I mean, if Amy's down, then whatever. Yeah, let's do it.
Sure. Okay. We'll figure out how we want to do that. But anyway, till next time, we'll catch you on.